Good evening. My name's Norman Murray from Learning for Success. I want to welcome you all to our presentation, Embed Your Culture and Values into Your Performance Management, or better known as, Are You Frustrated with Your Performance Management? My name's Norman Murray and I work for Learning for Success. Been working with Learning for Success for over 25 years, working with some great clients in the space of performance management, leadership, coaching and communication. And would like to welcome you all. The agenda. What are we going to talk about? Well, who we are and what we do, which is the above. Some problems in the United Kingdom organisations with performance management and problems generally. Problems with performance management. Why we should appraise people on performance management. And feedback from our clients and what they want from performance management. Then we're going to look at our approach to performance management and the performance management system that can really help you. And then finally, next steps. Some problems in the organisations we work with that they've told us. Morale is at an all-time low. Sickness and absence rates are at their highest. Record numbers leaving the organisation for better jobs elsewhere. And high rate of mental illness and mental health situations, which all lead to delays in servicing our customers and clients at the front line. In the NHS, conversely, frontline staff have acquired greater clinical skills with better treatment options, and they've got these options like never before. Welcome, Mr. Melody. Where are you from? Some performance management problems can take up valuable staff time, which of course means people are away from serving the customer or client. Some systems are paper-based, clunky, or just put on the system as it is in a paper-based form, but just on the system. It's not tailored to the individual, teams, or even department. Hello, Argentina. Great to meet you, Gaston. There's no immediate feedback to affirm or adjust behaviours. No measurement process in place, including that of the culture. If you don't measure it, you can't manage it. If you don't measure it, you can't improve on it. So measurement's quite important. And also no smart goals. Hi, Wilberth in Bolivia. Hope all is well. No smart goals or ongoing coaching as part of the process to help people improve their performance. So why review performance in the first place? Number one, by a country mile, is to make people feel valued. If they feel valued, they'll do more. And if they feel valued, they'll do more and they'll do it better. Also, it helps to set goals, new goals. Also, it helps to resolve minor niggles or grievances. We also strongly believe that in most organizations, resources plus relationships equals results, because in most organizations, resources are fixed time, fixed machinery, fixed people, fixed budget. It's the relationship with the team leader, their immediate boss, that's got the most flexibility in it. So relationships plus resources equals results. It also helps to keep the team leaders informed of an oversight of what's going on. And once a year is not enough. You need to manage performance in a systematic and professional way. Every day, team leaders and managers are managing performance, I would argue, but in a professional, systematic way that makes it clear to the team member that this is important. So, why appraise? Take off the A&P. It's about telling people they're doing a good job. A few tweaks here and there, but overall doing a good job. Shouldn't use this as an opportunity to tell people off or raise issues that are a surprise. Feedback we've had from our clients and what they want. They want to define clear employee objectives, leading to effective performance management process, giving rise to meaningful analytics and analysis of results. Hi, Pavel from Austria. Hope you're well. All this leads to constructive conversations about performance feedback and training. Our approach is you tell us what you want and we'll do it. So we start with you, listening to what you want, and work back and deal with the technology. So although I'm going to give you a presentation today on our system, it's highly flexible, highly customizable. We also believe we're probably the cheapest on the market, and it saves time and money and effort because it's simple and easy to use, and it's been designed by you. So what does our system do? Has peer and upward performance reviews. So it's a 360-degree view of people's performance. And we found that younger managers, younger employees crave structured performance feedback in how they're doing. It's tailored to the individual, so it's much more relevant, engaging, and interesting. There's immediate feedback to affirm or adjust behaviour. So again, it makes it much more relevant, much more engaging, and it creates a two-way dynamic. Also, we have dynamic goal setting. So one part of your organisation can set goals that doesn't affect other parts of the organisation. And again, makes it realistic and interesting. And links measurable performance feedback to training. So it's a really holistic, simple to use system. So what is our system? We have, here is the landing page. We could have any picture you want. We would use your colors and your logo. So it creates immediate ownership by you and the organization. Feedback we've had from our clients is people don't like to be appraised. So don't call it appraisal. So developing your potential, unlocking your potential, making the most of your potential. Each employee gets their own username and password so they can log in. This is Simon Check. This is Simon Check's team. This is Simon Check's team. There's an online tutorial, so everyone gets the same information at the same time. Each team leader gets a list of his or her team members that are in their team. There's the ability to create reports. There's all kinds of reports that can be generated anytime, any employee as a team member, any team leader, any department. And you can send notes in real time. So if someone does something really well, you can send it, and it helps to affirm or adjust behaviours. Simon Check's team, he's got 3 people in his team, Dave, Andrea and Mike. You tell us the frequency you want the performance reviews to take place. If they go past that performance review, which might be for sickness or holidays as examples, then it changes colour. So both the team member and the team leader know that there's a conversation missing. Take notes and do appraisals. So let's look at an appraisal. Here is Dave, and Dave is the production manager. And because we've got Dave's name and his job title, we've immediately created ownership, which again creates relevance, interest and engagement. Now, Dave can do 4 types of appraisal. He can do the classic manager to employee appraisal. He can do peer-to-peer appraisal. So anyone in Dave's division at his level can have an input into his performance and he into theirs. Also upward feedback. So Dave can have any of his team members give him upward feedback, and he can do a self-appraisal. So we're getting a holistic view of people's performance. Section A is the general section. In this section, we would strongly suggest you put the culture and values that you want to achieve in your organization. And we would help determine the questions you need to have to develop those behaviors and elicit those behaviors you're looking for. So in this example, the employee puts the company objectives and the priorities first, strongly disagree, disagree, mixed, agree, or strongly agree. And you fill that in as appropriate. And you do that for all the questions that you want in your organization. The second section is performance of core responsibility. This is taken from the job description. Now, here in the UK, people get the job description, which outlines the key criteria of their job and what they need to do. Many organizations in this country, people get a job description and then it's never referred to again, ever. But if you're going to talk about someone's performance, you need their job and the key components of it as part of the agenda. And because this is the performance job description for each individual, again, it makes it much more relevant, much more engaging, much more interesting. So people want to be engaged in this process. So in this example, ensures that an overall program budget is in place and is realistic and achievable. Resources required to complete job, costing of those resources and times, etc. Poor, below standard, standard, above standard, or excellent. And we do that for whatever number of key components that are in the job description. And we give that a rating. We give the first one a rating of, say, 50 or 60%. We'll give this one a rating of, say, 30%. And this next one, we give a rating of 10 or 20%, because this is the metric section. This section is designed to capture the objective performance data of people's jobs, where it's easily measurable. This helps to reduce bias and favoritism. And I know lots of you might have some issues with bias and favoritism, but this helps to reduce it. So in this example, on-time delivery of orders to customers, the unit of measure is the number of orders delivered on time as a percentage of the total number of orders. Employees' performance will be outstanding is 90%, level at which needs improvement is 85%. Now, by putting those parameters in, you're giving very strong messages and guidelines as to performance. And again, we'd give that something of a weighting of around 10 or 20%. This next section is a free-form section, like a Word document. This captures the essence of someone's performance that isn't in a KPI. For example, they might be very good at getting the team to go for a team lunch, or getting the team to take on a team charity, or might be very good at, once they've done the organization's induction, might be very good at getting the individual to deal with a team induction and the team norms and the expected behaviours, lunch and tea and dinner and whatever is required, and breaks and training available. So what is the strengths? What are the areas for growth? And what's the overall assessment? All in free form, nice and simple, very positive, easy to use. The last section is the growth plan. Now, again, you'll notice click here for the information on the use of goals. Cuts down costs, cuts down time, cuts down training. Number of goals, short, medium, and long-term goals. Short, medium, and long-term goals. You can have the number of goals you want there. So what is the goal? What is the plan to meet that goal? What is the time frame to achieve that goal? And how will the goal achievement be tracked or measured? Now, by doing that, we are encouraging SMART goals to make sure the goals are really SMART. That's simple, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-bound. Feedback we've had from our clients is it really encourages managers to be much more coaching orientated. So they do a lot more coaching to help people achieve their goals. So is it a performance goal or a learning goal? If we haven't finished, we click this box here. But once it's finished, we click the tab at the bottom, which is calculate and save. Then up comes a number. So someone might have performed, like, up comes a number out of 100 out of a percent. So out of 100%. And this tells people how they're doing, and they really seem to like this. Now, if you're my boss and we've had this conversation and we've clicked calculate and save, and up comes a number, say 60%, I might be going, oh, boss, I'm not happy. I've only got 60%. I've worked really hard this quarter and I think I deserve more. Well, what you will do is you'll go, well, Norman, you might well have worked hard, but if you go back to this section, the culture and values piece that you want, and we can help you define those cultures and values in your organization, and the behaviors you're looking for, because as managers and HR professionals, the majority of your problems you have are in behaviors. It's behaviors that give you the most problems and give you the most difficulties at work. And it's the problems that managers have the most difficulties with. It's people's behavior. And by having that in here, you, my boss, can say, Norman, pick out 1 or 2 or 3, work on them, and we can talk about them the next time. So that really helps drive the behaviors you're looking for in your organization. So, next steps. If you'd like a copy of the presentation that you've seen tonight, please do get in contact with me. That's norman@learnforest.com. If you'd like a more in-depth conversation, again, get in touch with me. 3 reasons you might want to consider improving your performance management. 1, you design the process, we do the technology. So although I've shown you a system, come back to us and we can deal with it. Secondly, we believe we're the cheapest on the market. Do go to learnforest.com for more information on the costings. And thirdly, saves time and is easy to use because you design it. I've got a question from Evangelina. You said new generations, new employees don't believe in performance management. It's considered old-fashioned, and they are seeking to immediately and spontaneously they want and seek immediate, spontaneously and meaningful feedback, and don't see any added value. My view is I agree with you, Evangelina. However, managers aren't skilled enough to do it, and it needs to be done in a systematic, fair process so that all team members get feedback, all get a structured performance review on how they're doing. By doing it as you suggest, I bet some people will be missed off. Some people will get more feedback than others because managers are busy. And if they don't do it in a structured way, it will not only not add value, it will be unfair and disrespectful and drive people who are not getting that feedback away. Hello, Joan from Chicago. And Pavel, everything is measurable. Not sure I agree with that, Pavel. I'm not sure love is measurable, and I'm not sure death is measurable. But I note that you love the weightings. Thank you. If there are no other questions, I would like to say a real big thank you. Again, If you want to copies of the presentation and slides, do contact me. That's norman@learnforest.com. Or if you'd like a more in-depth conversation about how we can help you deliver cost-effective, tailored digital performance management that works for you. Many thanks and good night.